Hi everyone, my name is Audra Doyle and I'm the owner and attorney of Doyle Law here in Atlanta, Georgia. And I want to talk with you about a concept today that some clients have a hard time with. And I call it being nimble. It's a funny little phrase, but what I'm talking about is the ability to shift your thinking and to be able to say, okay, plan A is not working. We need to move on to plan B. So let me give you some examples and we'll talk about the best way to handle your immigration case. We have a client who has received a request for evidence, and immigration has requested updates about the I-864. We need to send in some tax documents. Now, the best evidence for sending in tax documents are tax transcripts that you download from the IRS website. Well, the client called and said that she's having trouble downloading it. The transcript she received was blank. It was not filled in by the IRS, etc., etc. So after trying a couple of times, I could tell that we were not going to get that far. We were not going to be able to get that transcript before we had to file this RFE response. So instead of saying, oh, we can't get the transcript, what are we going to do? I said, okay, that was plan A. We're going to scratch plan A. We're moving on to plan B. Plan B is not as great as plan A, but I know plan A is not going to work. So I've got to focus on plan B. So I told the client, you know what? They love to see the transcripts, but we can't get it. There is another document that I want to submit, and I think it will probably work. And I asked her to get a full copy of her tax return, all W-2s, 1099s, etc. Now, like I said before, that's not the best evidence these days. Immigration likes to see the transcript, but I know I'm not going to get it in time, so I've got to respond, and the next best thing that I can do is explain why I don't have the transcript and show immigration the actual return. In addition, I will write in there and say this return is acceptable because of ideas A, B, and C. Well, if she has trouble getting that tax return, then I've got to think up plan C. So instead of being still focused on the first problem that we encountered and saying, oh, we just can't get those documents, what are we going to do? My job is to come up with a new plan. And if the new plan doesn't work up, okay, well, I've got to move on to plan C, plan D, plan E. And that is what I mean by being nimble. I do not allow my mind to get stuck on the problem. And if I see that the solution that I decided to do is not going to work, I'm not going to freak out. I'm not going to panic or focus on the fact that it didn't work. I've still got to help my client, and so I'm going to move on to a new plan, which I think will be sufficient. And if immigration comes back later and says, oh, we really want that transcript, then maybe by that time the IRS will have updated her account and we can get the transcript. This is a common problem also with birth certificates. Best evidence is the actual certificate that was issued by the home government at the time of birth. But as many of you probably know, that's not always available. So once again, instead of bemoaning and saying, oh, I can't get this thing, I accept that, all right, I'm not going to be able to get it. I try. But if I see that it's not going to work out, I instead focus on the next solution. My job is to find solutions for my clients. And I have to be nimble, and I have to not focus on the problem as much as how can I solve this problem. And if plan A doesn't work, I know that I need to come up with different plans. And I feel like I've got a lot of ideas for my clients. So we deal with these issues a lot, and I'll tell clients, and if this is happening to you, just trust that if I thought we could do plan A, we would stick with it. But if we're going to run out of time, stick with me. We're going to move over. We're going to pivot to plan B. So keep your mind nimble, be accepting of change in your immigration case, and our job is to find you solutions to your immigration problems. Hope this information is helpful to all of you, and hope you can see that there may be more than one way to solve an immigration problem. If you ever have any questions, let us know. Also, don't forget to click the subscribe button, click the bell so that you're going to get notifications, and you also can go find me on Facebook and TikTok. Have a great day.